I'm about to reveal a very specific technique that Neville Goddard hinted at but never fully shared until his final days. It's hidden within one of his last lectures, a technique so powerful that even his most advanced students wondered, why did he wait so long to reveal this? And this has nothing to do with affirmations, scripting, or even visualizations. Because what I'm about to share with you is not something you just do, it's something you recognize. And once you recognize it, your entire life will begin to transform in response. So if you've ever wondered why it's not working for me, pay attention. This might be the last video about manifestation you need to listen to. In his final days, Neville gave a lecture called God and I Are One. In it, Neville speaks like a man who knows he has reached the top. No beating around the bush, no mysteries, just pure truth. He said something very difficult to accept. The I am within you is God. There is no other. It's not a symbol, it's not a metaphor. It's the unfiltered truth. If you're starting to feel something stirring within you with this revelation, drop a heart in the comments so I know you're connecting with this truth. First revelation, I am is not a phrase, it's a force. God is the source of everything. Everything you've ever desired, everything you're asking for right now, flows from one single source, God. The Bible says, every good gift and every perfect gift comes from above. And also, I am the Lord, and besides me there is no other. So if you know the source, why do you still lack? Why do you pray and still feel empty? Because deep down, you still see God as something separate from you, as a God out there, maybe listening, maybe not. The Bible says, Christ in you, the hope of glory. Not Christ near, not Christ above, Christ in you. This means you are not separate, you just believe you are. And this illusion of separation is the reason why you cannot connect with the source. Here comes the radical part. Every time you say I am, you are using the name of God directly from the scriptures. I am that I am. So what are you joining to the name of God when you say I am? When you say I am poor, you have just used the Creator's name to give shape to black. The world does not respond to what you desire, it responds to what you believe you are. Neville said, to be conscious of being poor while praying for riches is to be rewarded with that which you are conscious of being, poverty. Second revelation, declare I am with consciousness. Find a quiet place, without distractions, without phone, without affirmations, without music, just silence. Sit down, breathe deeply, close your eyes and say softly, in silence, with intention, I am. That's it. Not I am rich, not I am successful, not even I am healthy. Just I am. And then pause. Let those two words resonate within you like a bell in an empty cathedral. Allow them to expand in your being, because in that moment you are not trying to become something. You are remembering that you already are. That consciousness you feel, that silence, that deep presence is not emptiness, it's God. You are not saying I am to obtain something. You are not seeking an emotion. You are not executing a technique. You are returning to the root, to the source, to the eternal I am that existed before pain, before name, before identity. When you sit in that consciousness without adding anything, you are resting in the most powerful creative state that exists. It's not exciting, it's not emotional, it's silent, and that's why it works. If you have ever experienced this deep quietude at some point in your life, write I am in the comments. I want to see how many of you have felt this power. Third revelation, unite only truth to I am. Now that you are resting in the consciousness of I am, now that you have felt the quietude, the presence, the God within you, your words begin to carry weight. Because once you understand that I am is the name of God, you no longer speak carelessly. You stop speaking from desire and begin speaking from identity. You don't say, I want to be healed. Why? Because the moment you say want, you confirm that you still don't have it. But God doesn't desire. God declares. So you say, I am healed. Not because the pain is already gone, but because healing is already your identity. You don't say, I hope money comes. Hope lives in tomorrow. You say, I am abundance. Because in God there is no future. There is only now. You don't say, I wish to be loved. You say, I am love. Because love is not something you attract. It's something you radiate when you remember who you really are. You are not saying these things to make them happen. You say them because they are already true in spirit, and your world will reorganize itself to reflect that. Fourth revelation. Live the rest of the day as if God had spoken through you. Because here's the truth. He did. When you said, I am in the quietude, when you united only truth to those words, you were not simply saying words. You were pronouncing the word, the same word that said, let there be light. And once that word has been spoken, your job now is to walk as if it were already done. Neville said, God became man so that man might become God, not to inflate your ego, but to remember that your ordinary steps are sacred. So now, conduct yourself differently, not with arrogance, but with a quiet inner knowing that says, creation is complete. I am just walking within its revelation. When you enter a room, carry with you the vibration of what you have already claimed. Don't look in the mirror searching for whether your body has changed. Don't check your bank account to see if it worked. Don't ask the world for proof, because if God and you are one, and you declared I am, then it is already done. You are no longer asking. You are no longer waiting for signs like a beggar. Now you are the living manifestation of the invisible becoming visible, and everything around you will begin to reorganize, not because you are striving, but because you are aligned. This is walking in faith, which Neville always defined as loyalty to the unseen reality. So walk in it, think from it, respond to life as if it were already done. God has spoken through you, as you. Now let the word become flesh. Now it's your turn to claim your new identity. Write in the comments your I am declaration, followed by what you choose to be. For example, I am prosperous, I am healthy, I am loved. But remember, don't write it as a request. Write it as a fact, as a truth you are recognizing now. And if this message touched something deep within you, if you feel you have finally found the missing key, subscribe to the channel and hit the bell, because in the next video I'm going to share another powerful revelation that will perfectly complement what you just learned. Don't miss it.